Okay, so his mom said, Edie, please dance with my son. Because I was known for always dancing with all the beginners, okay? Because I would help them stay on time. And Luis knew that. So Luis would always throw me with these beginner guys that were coming up. And I knew they were going to become badass anyway, right? And so I would help them out. I was so nice. And I was older than most people. Back then, I think I was like 34, 32, 34, something like that.
So how
And those
old
guys,
was Johnny Vasquez?
Johnny was only 18, 17. So I
Okay.
think he was not even 18 years old yet. So he could go to the Sportsman's Lodge because he could get in. A lot of these guys went to the Sportsman's Lodge because it was just a hotel where they had dancing, whereas they couldn't get into the Mayan because you had to be 21. And so they would all go to the Sportsman's Lodge. And so I said, okay, I'll dance with your son. And so Johnny was soloing some crazy weird Mexican step that he learned in Mexico. And I looked at him and I grabbed his hands and I went forward and back. And he couldn't speak a word of English at the time. And so then I put his hand over me like this and I had him next to me and I did the timing, go forward, back. And we were on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It was hysterical. It wasn't until 1998 that when I went to New York to give Eddie his Lifetime Achievement Award that he was going to get later, the New Yorkers, and I saw how they danced, they shamed us into dancing 1, 2, 3, hold the 4, 5, 6, 7, hold the 8. They said, Edie, what the fuck? They said, you don't dance that way. You need a the way they would say that, Edie, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Here it's Latin, you're Latin, Manhattan, you gotta count. And I said, what do you mean? And they said, okay, Manny Severio was my New York world correspondent for Salsa Web. He listed all the sites. He is MannySeverio.com. He is a stuntman. He's a very famous stuntman. He's a stunt coordinator. He has 5 black belts. Anyway, so he was dancing mambo. He came to LA to just visit and to see what it was like out here. And he said, I can't believe all you guys are dancing on the wrong count. And we said, you're dancing on the wrong count. What do you mean this on 2? What is mambo? And they said, okay, well, it's 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That you're still dancing on 1. True mambo is dancing 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, buddy.
That argument
said, no.
is still going on 25 years later.
Yes, still to this day. And so I said, you guys are dancing on 1. No, we're dancing on clave. I said, no, you're not. If you're dancing on clave, it would be 5 beats. Ba, 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 ba. You're not on clave. You're not any more on clave than we are on clave. Get a grip. And I started doing this whole article after article about the on 1 versus on 2 argument. It's so much easier to dance on 2 than on 1. Really. It's so much easier to dance on 1 than it is on 2, depending on who you're talking to. What I have found is that it's just as hard to learn on 2 as it is on 1.